Chapter 41. Cloud 9. Where's Alice? I haven't seen her for a while. Is she still in trouble for that lord's death? Asked Amy, clutching 2 steaming mugs of coffee and locating Pike behind one of his screens. Is she going to be back any time soon? Pike raised a hand to silence her as he finished a line of coding, swiped a screen page away and turned to face her. Sorry, had to concentrate. One mistake there and I could have wiped out a city. I'm pissing off a warmonger and redirecting a few missiles. Warfare code is not really my thing. I didn't do a lot of that during my time on Earth. I'm getting better at it, though. Now, what did you want? Amy passed him a coffee mug and hand-hugged her own. There were a few things she missed about being alive. Sipping real coffee was one of them, and a nice glass of Merlot another. The fictitious stuff they had in the skies didn't hit the spot. Alice, when is she back? Ah, well, that depends on the board. Oh, for goodness sake, she didn't do anything wrong. She killed a man without authority, Amy. We're supposed to save lives, not take 'em. We're angels, remember? Blah, 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 we all do it. Why are they giving her such a hard time? The man was a murdering, cheesy bellend. She did the planet a favour. Cheesy bellend? Grimaced Pike, not liking the visual brought to mind. Yeah, a button, mushroom, cheesy bellend, she spat. And now he's with my dad, which we don't need. Button mushroom? Repeated Pike. Remind me? Small dick. Oh, yes, he nodded. He had a thing for languages, and Amy's was never dull. You got the memos, Amy. They're clamping down on unauthorised deaths. Our stats were particularly bad last quarter. We killed a lot of folks, albeit accidentally. None of it was accidental, muttered Amy. What? Nothing. Oh, don't let anyone hear you say that, Ames, looking around the office. There are still spies around. A few would like to see your mum sacked and this office closed. The man was a bastard. He needed to be dealt with. Alice deserves a medal. How many more killings would he have been responsible for? We're way too politically correct at the moment. He was one of her abusers, for Christ's sakes. Yep, she knew him intimately, sighed Pike. He was a regular at Dio's place. Fuck, cringed Amy, remembering the scene. She and Jack had saved Dio's victims and put an end to his house of hell. Rows upon rows of cells full of tortured bodies, barely hanging on to life. That's even more reason why they should give her a medal. Dio and his cronies were pure evil. Oh, the eye for an eye thing doesn't work up here, Amy. Someone has to be the grown-up. She should have let the courts handle him. We can't play God. Bollocks. We both know that the courts don't always get it right. Criminals don't play... Yeah, I know. Criminals don't play by the rules, so why the hell should we? He smiled, having heard her chant that line a zillion times. They should have put that on your gravestone. David is helping the Erth unit with that court case, isn't he? She asked. Yep, if he survives long enough. There are a few trying to kill him off. He's a damning witness. We've recently foiled 3 assassination attempts. He has no idea, but he needs a dozen guardian angels 24/7. And now, with all the attention he's been getting over the porn video, the whole world is looking at him. Oh, let him die. Then get him up here to help sort out the lot of them. You keep saying we need more staff. If he dies now, he'll go to hell. He needs a bit more redemption work first. And no, we can't just kill them all. We'd be like them then. Amy scoffed and stared out the window. Mesmerising seas of wafting white clouds sailed past. I bet if they ever get AI up here, they won't think twice. There'll be a zap button that disintegrates anyone that steps out of line. There'll be no use for us and our politically correct ways. She knocked back the last of her coffee and turned to him. How can we get Alice back? Do nothing. Stay out of it. I'll find out what's going on and let you know. I know she's still working, wherever she is. I keep getting tasks to close down the historical crimes that she's been solving. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? They're letting her work. Maybe Mikhail has her in his office. Yeah, I guess. All those unsolved docu-series she's clearing up are now needing update shows. The industry is buzzing. He turned to see a flashing icon on a nearby screen, knocked back his coffee and handed Amy his mug. Gotta keep moving. I'll update you on Alice when I know more. He slid over to the screen and ran his fingers over data. Remember, don't do anything. You'll make things worse. Amy nodded, took the mugs to the kitchen, put them in the sink, and dropped through the floor. Pike shouted after her, Don't do anything! He then shook his head, remembering something Jack always said. Never say don't to Amy Fox.